Hey guys, Dave Santarelli here from the Santarelli Trading Exchange. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Today was class, and I wanted to take this class time opportunity to go over global markets. And today is a big day because Brazil is having their presidential election. And basically, if you've been reading the news articles on the news, CNBC, Fox, anywhere in the world, newspapers, you're seeing that Brazilians have been saying they want their Trump. They want a businessman to help their economy. Brazil's going through a really bad recession and depression right now. A lot of people are out of work. The country's very poor, and their currency, the Brazilian reais, has dropped significantly in the past few years. As you guys know, I lived out there for a few months when I met my wife out there, so I know what it's like out there, and they are going through really hard times. And all the people I've known, they want Bolsonaro to win. He's leading the polls. He's got 46%. But in Brazilian, democracy or in their legislature, you have to win by at least 50%. So what's going to happen now? All the votes are in. Bolsonaro had 46%, and then Haddad had 29%. Haddad is linked to Lula, which was the former president of Brazil, who's now in jail for corruption, for stealing from Petrobras. So this time in this class, I want to take this time and opportunity to go over with you guys how you can make money in different types of markets. Because here on the New York Stock Exchange, we have Brazilian ETFs that we could trade. For example, if you guys come and look at this, you could see that if we look at EWZ, for example, EWZ, this chart here has been trading. Let's go to a 3-year chart here. It's up significantly from back in 2016. But as you can see, we're well off the highs here of almost $47 a share, down to $36 now. We have a nice base support here. And if you go back, this stock was well over $100 a share at one point. So, that's the problem they've had with their economy. And this is what we're going to do if I see a pop on the Brazilian presidency. So like I said, they have to have round 2 election now. And if Bolsonaro wins, I think we're going to see a pop in the Brazilian markets. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for a pop on these ETFs. If I see a nice 2-3% pop when Bolsonaro, if he wins, if I see that pop, I'm going to think immediately what happened once Trump got elected. Our economy was doing pretty well. When Trump got elected into our office, our markets soared for months. And I'm thinking the same thing is going to happen with the Brazilian markets, and that's why we could take advantage of these Brazilian ETFs. And as you guys know, if you own shares of stock, let's say you bought 1 share of stock for EWZ at $35 a share. You needed stock to be at $70 a share to make 100% return. But with stock options, if that stock's at $35 a share, and let's say we go with the 2-month out expo and do a vertical bull call spread, we can make upwards of 150% return by doing a slight out of the money spread. And that's how we're going to take advantage of the Brazilian markets, the Brazilian ETFs. As you guys know that are already TSE members, we've been trading Petrobras. And if you look here on the chart for Petrobras, as you guys can see on this chart on Petrobras here, we've been trading this at the Santarelli Exchange. We had a nice breakout of the SMAs here. Here was our entry date on 9/18, and we had a target between $12.75 and $14 a share short term. This was our short term target. $12.75 to $14. It hit that. We had significant profits. We had 2 trades on. So one of them made over 100% return, and the other one made a little under a 200% return. So this is how we took advantage of Petrobras, which is a Brazilian company. And we're going to do the same thing with BRZU here if you take a look. BRZU, if you could see, just the start of this year, it was nearly $66 a share. It's only at 23 now. So obviously, if you buy shares of this stock, you can make upwards of 150% return. But with options, a stock like this, if we bought an out-of-the-money spread with a leap call or a leap expiration, for example, you could be looking anywhere from 500 to 1,500% returns, depending on the strikes you get and the level of risk you want to take. You see the RSI and MACD, they're all oversold there. So there's some huge opportunity in Brazilian stocks right here. So at TSE, we're going to be focusing on those this week. I'm not sure when the next election is going to be, but that's going to be easy money. In my opinion, that's money in the bank that you should not miss out on. So that's Petrobras, EWZ, BRZU. We're also going to be going over some of the bank stocks this week. Also, guys, what I think happened last week, I think we've seen a lot of fear coming in, and I think hedge funds were manipulating the markets a bit because everything was coming out great. The jobs number was great. Unemployment is down. The economy is great. There was no reason except for those allegations about Trump, and I think that's really why the market ended up pulling back a bit. They said that the New York Times found some incriminating evidence that Trump didn't pay taxes or something. There was something like that. So I think that put a little bit of fear in. Also, we got Kavanaugh finally confirmed and appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. So that should be pretty great for the markets. We'll see what happens. The only thing I don't like looking at the pre-markets right now is that I'm seeing, our markets are up a little bit right now. But if you could see, look at how the Asian markets are getting slammed. The HSI is down over 200 points, down 0.78. The Japanese market's down almost 200 points, 0.8. The FTSE's already down 100 points, 1.35%. So I don't like the way that the world markets are looking. Fortunately, as of right now, the Dow's slightly up. NASDAQ's only up about 6 points. S&P Mini's up about 4, and the Russell Mini's up about 3.74. So, that's going to be something I'm going to keep an eye on. If I see that the Asian and European markets are dropping, and then opening bell comes up, and I'm seeing the U.S. markets turn red, then that's going to be a big sign because we already crossed below the huge 50, 20-day, 100-day SMAs on Friday. So if we see continued selling pressure, we're going to have to take an alternative route here and possibly start looking at some puts or shorting some stocks. So that's what we're going to look at. So that's what I want you guys to be prepared for this week. Obviously, if that happens, we're going to look at our core stocks, like our bank stocks that should continue to do well. That could be our weekly paycheck trades. And we'll be a little bit more cautious with tech if we see the market sell off. If we see a rebound this week, then there's no doubt we're going to be heading higher for the rest of the holiday season. So like I said, we got to play it by day here, see what the markets do, how they react to news and the events transpiring. So I just wanted to go over, guys, with you. You guys know what I've been sharing with you guys, some charts and everything. And I'm making a course. I have a lot of people that have been coming to TSE headquarters and taking one-on-one training classes. So I've had a bunch of charts that are being made up here. Like here you could see there's still some things I wanted to test, but this is just a mock-up here. You can see this is Hilton. It's a channel range-bound chart pattern, and it's shaded in with the entries and exits. And I'm also going to edit these and show where the entries are and where the exits are at based on the strategies that we use. Like I said, if you go on our YouTube channel and you're looking at the 3 main types of chart patterns we trade, they're hook patterns, breakout momentum, and range-bound, channel-bound. So if we follow these steps, like I'm going to be going over in the classes, because we're going to start using the projector, and we're going to be standing, going over charts, and then maybe we can even do a live Q&A on Twitter. We're going to be going over the types of patterns they are. I have a lot of people that are purchasing one-on-one training classes or trading classes that are coming down to TSE headquarters here in Orlando. They can stay wherever they want, or they can even stay here, and they're taking classes, and we're teaching the 3 main types of chart patterns, how to trade them, your entries and exits. And like I said, guys, if you're using stock options to take advantage of simple chart patterns like here, like the ones I've been sharing with you guys, like Petrobras, for example, if you own Petrobras stock at, let's say, $12 a share, you'd need it at $24 a share to make a 100% return. We got in around $12 a share with stock options. We bought some calls for that week or next week's expo, and we also did a spread. And those options were up over 200% just by the stock rallying by a dollar. Went from $12 to $13 and then from 13 to 14. So one of the trades made around 100% return, and the second one made like a 200% return. So that's what we're going to start teaching at TSE every week. There'll be a video out and posted class on Sundays. And then we're going to start doing daily content as well. And like I said, TSE is going to be really focusing in on the 3 types of patterns we trade, the entries, the exits, and then all day long in the trade room, we go over the charts, the trades we're in, and answer any questions. So if you'd like to come join us, sign up today because like I said, we're going to be watching the Brazilian markets. Use promo code BRAZIL, all capital letters, and come join us for the year. Look forward to seeing you. Once you join, please put in your cell phone number, area code, and if you're from the U.S., put a 1 in front of it. If you're from another country, put in your country code and then your area code. I will see you guys. If you sign up, please join us in the trade room from 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 p.m. Take care, guys. Have a great night. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.